Hello and welcome to this lesson where I'm going to talk about the dentist and the eye doctor. I must say I have a lot of experience going to the dentist. I don't actually have a lot of experience going to the eye doctor. But as you know, the dentist takes care of your teeth and the eye doctor takes care of your eyes. I thought this would be a good lesson where I can teach you some of the vocabulary that you'll need to know in order to visit an eye doctor or to talk about your eyesight and your eyes, and some vocabulary that you'll need to know to visit the dentist. All of us have teeth and need to have our teeth taken care of sometimes. So in this English lesson, we'll go over all of those things, or at least most of them. It's a fairly long lesson. I should make sure that I keep a good pace. So the dentist is obviously the person who takes care of your teeth. When your teeth hurt, or when you just need a cleaning, or when you need someone to examine your teeth, you would go and see the dentist. A dentist in Canada is different than visiting the doctor. So in Canada, the doctor's office and the dentist's office are different places, okay? If I have a concern about any other part of my body, I would go to see the doctor. But if I have something wrong with my teeth or I just need a checkup, I would go to the dentist. The dentist works in a place called the dentist's office. We often refer to places as offices. It's not really an office. It's more like a combination between a medical center and an office, I guess. But it's a place where you go if you need the dentist to look at your teeth. In Canada, we also call it a dental center. So sometimes the dental center will call to remind me that I have an appointment. And then I'll remember that I need to go to the dentist's office the next week. So we use the words interchangeably. I do want to remind you that center is spelled differently in Canada. We spell it with an R-E at the end instead of an E-R. But definitely, if you need to see the dentist, you would go to the dentist's office. And in order to do that, you need to book an appointment, okay? So when I know that I need to go to the dentist, I will phone the dentist, I will call the dentist, and I will book an appointment or I will make an appointment. And they'll put my name on their calendar and they'll say, okay, Bob, you can come in next Wednesday at 8 a.m. So I would then say my dentist's appointment is next Wednesday at 8 a.m. I need to go to the dentist next Wednesday at 8 a.m. because I've booked an appointment. I've made an appointment to see the dentist. So you can use book or make in that situation. And then I just wanted to talk about this phrasal verb for a sec. When you know the time of your appointment, you know when to show up, okay? We use the phrasal verb show up quite a bit in English. If I said to someone, I have a dentist appointment next week, they might say, you know, you need to show up early because of COVID, because you have to be 15 minutes early for your screening. They have to ask you questions. And then I could reply and say, yeah, I was planning to show up early because I want to make sure that there's lots of time for them to do that. So when you make an appointment or book an appointment, you then know when you need to show up at the dentist's office for your appointment. Basically, it just means to arrive, but for some reason we like to say show up. When you get there, you will definitely be sitting in a waiting room. The waiting room at my dentist's office doesn't look this fancy. This is a very nice waiting room. The waiting room at my dentist's office doesn't have nice chairs like that. It does have a table with magazines on it, and it does have some nice music playing in the background. And the waiting room also has a television on the wall, which is showing the news of the day, the 24-hour news channel. So when I go to the dentist's office, I often watch a little bit of the news while I'm waiting in the waiting room. The waiting room is the room where you wait. That's the best way to describe it. So definitely when I need to go to the dentist, I book an appointment, I show up on time, I wait in the waiting room until it's my turn to go and sit in the dentist chair. So most of you will be familiar with the dentist chair. The dentist chair is a very comfortable looking chair, but I actually don't enjoy going to the dentist. So even though this chair looks very comfortable and very relaxing. When I go to the dentist, I'm actually quite tense. I don't like going to the dentist and having my teeth cleaned. It's not the most enjoyable experience for me. But there is a dentist chair. The dentist chair will recline. It will tilt back. So the person who is going to examine your teeth, the first person might not be the dentist, but we'll get to that in a sec. They'll say, I'm going to tilt you back a little bit, or I'm going to put the chair back. And then the chair will go, and then you will be in a what we call a prone position, or you will be lying down in the chair, ready for your examination. At the very back, the chair has a headrest. So you put your head on the headrest. They tilt the dentist chair back, and then you are ready for your appointment. I'm not sure if you do this when you go to the dentist, but there is a bright light that the dentist shines on your face and into your mouth. And so they usually give you a pair of sunglasses to wear. When I go to the dentist, they give me a pair of sunglasses, and then the light isn't as bright. But I have a funny feeling they give you sunglasses so they don't accidentally poke you in the eye. That's my theory. My funny theory about the dentist is they give you sunglasses because the light is very bright. But I also think they give you sunglasses so they don't accidentally poke you in the eye. I'm not sure if that's true, but it certainly makes me feel a little bit better when they're using their sharp tools. Let me see here. The person who actually starts working on your teeth for us in Canada and most parts of the world is called a dental hygienist. There's actually two types of people that work on and examine your teeth. One is a dentist, the other is a dental hygienist. The dental hygienist does the cleaning, so the dental hygienist will clean your teeth. The dental hygienist will do all of the routine maintenance on your teeth, okay? I guess maintenance is the right word. But the dental hygienist will look at your teeth, will clean your teeth, and then eventually the dentist will come and visit and have a look at your teeth as well. When you go to the dentist, we often say you're going for a checkup, okay? This is a very common term. It's a very common term. I'm just laughing at Brent's comment, or shrapnel from the fluoride or from the polishing right at the end, Brent. Yeah, sunglasses to protect your eyes. Often when you go to the doctor or the eye doctor or the dentist, we refer to it as a checkup. You're going for a checkup. A checkup is just, you're not going because you have something specific that you need the dentist to look at. You're going once a year or every 6 months just so that someone takes a look at your teeth to make sure everything is okay. So we call that a checkup. So you might call the dentist and say, I'd like to book an appointment for next week. And they might say, oh, are you experiencing any problems? And you could say, no, I just need to book a checkup. It's been 6 months or it's been 1 year since I've visited the dentist. I need a checkup. So it's just a simple, they look at your teeth, they clean your teeth, etc. So the biggest thing that happens when you go to the dentist is you have a cleaning. A cleaning is when they just go over every tooth with their little picks, and they have that little mirror that they put in your mouth, and they just kind of scrape everything off your teeth that isn't supposed to be there. That's probably what takes the most time during a visit to the dentist or during a dentist's appointment is the cleaning. Depending on how well you brush your teeth and how well you floss your teeth, the cleaning will take a different amount of time. If you are really good at taking care of your teeth yourself, the cleaning will take less time. I know I didn't go to the dentist because of COVID for almost a year. So when I went to the dentist a little while ago, the cleaning took a very long time. Even though I brush my teeth 3 times a day, usually twice, and I do floss. Talk about what that is in a sec. So maybe you go for a checkup. Maybe you go to the dentist because you have a toothache. So maybe one of your teeth just hurts. Maybe you have a tooth that just gives you some pain and you're thinking, oh, I should go to the dentist to have the dentist check this out. Okay, another phrasal verb there. I actually had it once where I had a tooth break, and that really hurt. So not only was my tooth broken and a piece of my tooth came out, but I also had a lot of pain. And so I went to the dentist and they fixed everything. It was very nice of them. I was very happy that they fixed my teeth. Let's do one more and then I'll do some questions. You might need an x-ray. I do not get an x-ray of my teeth every time I go to the dentist. I think they do it every year or every 2 years. I'm not sure. But an x-ray is something that they put little things in your mouth and then they take a picture of your teeth using x-rays. And then they can see if you have cavities. So a cavity is tooth decay. A cavity is a spot on your tooth where the tooth is not healthy. So they might say, we took x-rays, sir, and it looks like you have a cavity on one of your teeth. Not a good thing to hear, because if you have a cavity, it means you'll need to come back for something else in a little bit. If you have a cavity, you might need a filling. So a filling is not a fun procedure. When you go to the dentist and if you need a filling, they will remove the cavity. So they'll use like a drill and it'll make this awful sound like, and they will remove the cavity from the tooth and they will replace it with a filling. I think I have about 5 or 6 fillings in my mouth. They look exactly like that. They are made from some sort of soft metal that hardens in your tooth. I don't know all the details, but if you have a cavity, the dentist, not the dental hygienist, the dentist will remove the cavity and you will then have a filling put in and then it will work like a normal tooth again and it will be healthy. Before that happens, I don't want to make this too big. This scares me. Maybe this is why I don't like the dentist. Before you get a filling, the dentist will probably give you a needle to numb your mouth or to freeze your mouth. We use 2 words for that. It makes your mouth numb so that you can't feel pain. So the dentist will give you a needle in your gums. So I'll talk about gums in a bit. Your gums are the, I don't want to be too, your gums are the skin around your teeth. So the dentist will give you a needle. It will freeze that area of your mouth. It will make it numb. And then you will feel no pain. And then the dentist will start to work on giving you a filling. Sometimes when your face is numb, it can be really hard to talk. And I have a funny story about that. I went to the dentist once and I got a filling in the morning and I had to teach later that day. And the dentist said, oh, the freezing will be gone in an hour. Your face will stop being numb in an hour. But my face actually was frozen all day. My face felt numb all day. It was numb all day. So I was talking like really funny because I couldn't move my face and mouth because it was all frozen from the dentist. My students thought it was hilarious. So this is less common now because I think many people in Canada take really good care of their teeth. But I know that my dad had dentures. My dad had false teeth, okay? He had his real teeth on the bottom, but he wore false teeth on the top because when he was a kid many, many years ago, they didn't brush their teeth as often and they didn't take care of their teeth. So he ended up getting his teeth removed. He had a lot of teeth that were missing and then he got false teeth or what we call dentures. And there's another funny story about this. When I was a kid, when my dad would get mad, if I was doing something wrong and my dad would get mad, when he would start to yell, his teeth would fall out. I shouldn't probably laugh. Sorry. I probably shouldn't laugh at that. But yes, I have these memories as a kid. If my dad was mad at me, he would take his teeth out and put them in his pocket before he would start yelling at me because he didn't want his teeth to fly out of his mouth. I think it's okay to laugh about that. In Canada, many older people have false teeth, but I think fewer people every year need false teeth because we have pretty good dental care in Canada now. So I think that has helped quite a bit. But I have uncles with false teeth. My grandparents had false teeth for sure. And my dad had false teeth as well. False teeth. That's hard to say, isn't it? False teeth. I never got braces when I was a kid. Braces are, if you can see the metal, let's zoom in a bit more. If you can see the metal bands on this young man's teeth, he has what are called braces. Braces are used to straighten your teeth out. If your teeth are very crooked, you might get braces as a teenager to straighten your teeth out. Some adults get braces as well. I actually have my bottom teeth. I have a few that are a little crooked here. The teeth are kind of overlapped, and the teeth, they keep getting more and more crowded together. So someday I might get braces to fix that, but I wouldn't get braces to fix how my teeth look. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't care if my teeth look crooked. That's fine. But if you have teeth that are a little bit crooked, you would get braces. And then Brent mentioned this earlier in the chat. Fluoride is a common thing that we use with teeth. In toothpaste, you have fluoride, and fluoride helps prevent cavities, okay? Some towns have fluoride in their drinking water in Canada because it prevents people from getting cavities. And at the dentist, they will often put fluoride on your teeth as part of your checkup in order to prevent cavities. So when you prevent something, you stop it from happening. We talked about the gums. Your teeth are in your gums. So the pink part around your teeth is called your gums. Sometimes people have sore gums. And when they go to the dentist might say, oh, are you experiencing sore gums? And they'll teach you how to brush your teeth properly so that doesn't happen. So we talked a little bit about types of teeth. I don't know a lot about teeth, but these are your front teeth. When you're a kid, your front teeth usually fall out at some point and it looks really funny. And you have your molars at the back. And I should talk a little bit. I don't have a slide about this, but in Canada and some other parts of the world, when children start to lose their teeth, because kids lose their teeth at a certain age and then new teeth grow back in, kids in Canada put that tooth, when a tooth falls out, when they lose a tooth, they will put it under their pillow, and then the tooth fairy comes at night and puts money there and takes their tooth. But I'll tell you a little secret. The tooth fairy is actually their parents. I think you all knew that. But I don't know what the custom is in other countries. But in Canada, when children lose their teeth, they will put them under their pillow, and then the tooth fairy will come and take the tooth and put money there. But it's actually just the parents doing it. So front teeth in the front, molars. I know there's incisors and canine teeth, and there's probably other names, but those are just the two that are most familiar. And then, as was mentioned in the chat earlier, your wisdom teeth are molars at the very back of your mouth. And often in Canada, people will have them removed because there's not enough room in your mouth for that many teeth, and it pushes the other teeth forward. So people often get their wisdom teeth removed. The dentist always asks me if I like my smile. This is a very common question when you're at the dentist's office. When you're all done, the dentist will say, do you like your smile? And I always say yes, because I think they ask this question because they want you to say no, so that you spend more money to fix things. I think that's the dentist's goal, is to see if you don't like your smile, then maybe they can, if you pay them more money, they will make you have a really nice smile. I always say I love my smile. It works for me. When you're taking care of teeth at home, you're going to, of course, use toothpaste, and you are going to use a toothbrush, and you are going to use dental floss. You're supposed to brush your teeth 3 times a day. I brush my teeth before I go to work, and I usually floss at night. Sorry, let me get back to this. I brush my teeth before I go to work, and I brush my teeth before I go to bed. I usually floss before I go to bed as well, but I don't do this every day. The dentist always asks if you're flossing, and I usually have to say, yeah, couple times a week. So generally, I brush my teeth twice a day. You're supposed to brush your teeth after every meal, but I'll just be honest, I don't do that. So we're done talking about the dentist. Let's talk about the eye doctor. So the eye doctor also has their own office. It's called the eye doctor's office, okay? Or it might be called an eye care center. But generally we say it's the eye doctor's office. The eye doctor is also called an optometrist. I think there's also a word ophthalmologist, but I think an ophthalmologist has more medical training than an optometrist. An optometrist is an eye doctor, someone who can look at your eyes and can recommend what glasses you need to wear, or if you need to wear glasses. So definitely we would call them the eye doctor. When Jen has to take one of the kids to the eye doctor, that's how we talk about it. She'll say, oh yeah, I made an appointment with the eye doctor. We need to go to the eye doctor today, or we need to go to the eye doctors today. So you can kind of use singular and plural. And it's called an eye doctor's office or an eye care center. And you go there because you might have concerns about your vision or your eyesight, your ability to see, okay? So sometimes you might have blurry vision. You might have trouble reading things because your eyes won't focus. You might have eyes that are sore at the end of a workday. The way I knew I needed reading glasses was because I was getting a headache at the end of the workday, and it was from eye strain because I was trying to focus while I was reading things, not realizing a pair of reading glasses would have been really helpful. So you go to the eye doctor when you have concerns about your vision or concerns about your eyesight. We could use those two words almost in the same way. And you might need glasses, which is actually the short form for eyeglasses. We don't say eyeglasses very often. We almost always just say glasses. Where are my glasses? Does anyone know where my glasses are? I've lost my glasses. I need my glasses to read, those kinds of things. But definitely you would go to the eye doctor to find out if you need glasses or to find out if your current glasses are strong enough, okay? Because your eyes can get weaker over time and sometimes you need new glasses. Or you might wear contacts or contact lenses. We rarely say contact lenses. That's a lot of letters. It's two words instead of one. We almost always say contacts, okay? Sometimes when we're going somewhere, I'll say to Jen, when do you want to leave? And she might say, let's leave in 5 minutes. I just need to put my contacts in, okay? So Jen puts her contacts in the morning. She takes her contacts out at night. She puts her contacts in she cleans them and puts them in a little case to store them overnight. But definitely Jen, when we go out, usually wears contacts. I probably would not say contact lenses very often. It's just too many words for one idea to express. You might be nearsighted or you might be farsighted. When you are nearsighted, you can see things that are close to you very easily. When you are farsighted, you can see things that are far away very easily. So when you are nearsighted, it means that you can read without glasses. You can see things in the room very easily, but it's hard to see stuff in the distance. It's hard to see things that are far away. When you are farsighted, it's really easy to see things that are far away, but you might need glasses to cook food or to read a book, okay? So that's the difference between those two. And there's probably more difficult medical names that I'm not aware of, but those are the names that we generally use in English. I don't have 20/20 vision, but it's pretty close, okay? 20/20 vision is when you do not need glasses. You do not need contacts because your eyesight is almost perfect, okay? So 20/20 vision is eyesight where when you wake up in the morning, everything's clear, nothing's blurry or fuzzy or out of focus. You can just see without glasses. You don't need glasses to read. You don't need glasses to see things that are far away. You can just see all the time. So I would say I don't have 20/20 vision, but pretty close, because the only reason I need to wear glasses is sometimes when I read, sometimes I don't. It's kind of interesting. But 20/20 vision is perfect eyesight or perfect vision. So here's a whole lot of words. You would also make an appointment to see the eye doctor and wait in the waiting room before your checkup. So all the words that we learned when we were talking about the dentist are very similar when you're talking about the eye doctor, okay? If you needed to see the eye doctor, you would make an appointment or book an appointment. And then you would go see the eye doctor at the eye doctor's office, and you would wait in the waiting room before your checkup, okay? So a lot of the words are very, very similar. When you're at the eye doctor, you will most likely have an eye test. I don't know what this machine is, but I did go to the eye doctor once, and they made me look through it, and then they switched the lenses to figure out what lens you need in order to be able to read the eye chart, okay? So this, to me, is, I don't know the exact name, but it is a device with different lenses so that the eye doctor can continually change the lenses to figure out which one you need to be able to read an eye chart. So an eye chart, let's make it bigger. There's a little bit of irony there. I have to make the eye chart bigger so we can read it. The eye chart starts with very, very large letters at the top, and they get progressively smaller. And the eye doctor will ask you to read the letters until you get to the point where you can't read them anymore. And then the eye doctor has a really good idea how good your vision is. And if you see on the side here, there's actually 20/200, 20/50, 20/20. So it's kind of a tool the doctor can use in order to figure out what kind of lenses you will need. If you need glasses, the doctor will write you a prescription. So a prescription is a piece of paper signed by the doctor saying either you need medicine, if it's from a medical doctor, or glasses, a certain type of glasses if you're at an eye doctor. So you might not get your glasses from the eye doctor. You might go somewhere else and buy them, but this will tell you what lens you need for your right eye and your left eye, okay? So if you know your prescription, you can buy glasses from the eye doctor. Most eye doctors sell glasses, but you can also just go online and order glasses from the internet as long as you know what your prescription is. You need to know what strength lenses you need for each of your eyes. Some people get laser eye surgery. We also sometimes call it LASIK. I think that's kind of the common name, but laser eye surgery is the general term. This is when you go and they actually use a laser to correct your lens so that you don't need glasses or contacts anymore. I know my sister-in-law got laser eye surgery and she loves it. So she just thinks it's the greatest thing because she has worn, or she did wear, contacts and glasses for a very long time. And now she's very excited because a few years ago, she got laser eye surgery and now she doesn't need glasses anymore. I have 2 more slides just for fun. Spectacles. So spectacles, this is a word we don't use anymore. It is a very, very old word for glasses, okay? So sometimes if you're reading a really old story from many, many years ago, the person in the story might wear spectacles. Spectacles is just an old-fashioned word for glasses. And then there's also monocle. A monocle is a single lens. No one wears monocles anymore, but you might be watching an old movie where the person has a monocle. A monocle is a single lens that helps people see. It's not a magnifying glass. A magnifying glass is something you hold further away, but a monocle, you might watch a really old show where someone has a monocle and they use the monocle to read or to see things in the distance. Anyway, spectacles and monocles, no one wears these anymore. Well, people wear spectacles. We just call them glasses. But that's it. That's the end of the lesson.